Welcome back to MK Sportscars. We were planning to take the Shayman out for a test drive, but it's too busy moving mountains. Project Ted has some interior development, whilst Project Knox is busy getting his wires crossed. Don't go anywhere, guys, you don't want to miss it. Right, that's it for this week, guys. Stop smiling at me! Shayman time. Right, before I fire this bad boy up, we got the AB Performance Shayman. One of one, this car is. Built one of one. Sister car to the Arian. Same chassis, just a 7S style bodywork. Well, it's red. It stands out in the classic sort of CBR 1000RR. Nice graphics actually on the car, which you'll see when Anna does a shoot round for you. And as I always say, the best part about these cars is when it's for sale. Now, you may have seen it popped up or not if you're trying to get into one of these cars. Bike engine car, CBR 1000RR. It's a 2015 SP engine in it. Weight, well, just under 200 horsepower. Built by AB Performance. It was a factory built car. Only reason the customer's selling it, he wants to get into a car engine and give that a bit more of a try. So something a bit different. So yeah, what we do then, we'll turn the ignition on and we'll press the big go button. God, I love that sound in it when it fires up for the bike engine. Yeah, we've got the DD2 dash here in here, so it's going to give me everything I need to know about engine, speeds, revs, shift lights, temperatures, oil pressures, what gear I'm in, everything. So it's a cool little instrument. Tells me I'm in neutral at the moment. It's 1 for forward and then it's 5 for on the way back, so it's 6-speed gearbox. So tell you what, let's go for a little drive. So a nice billet gear lever here, nice Momo steering wheel, suede one, really light in your hands actually. Most bike engines are pretty light in your hand. It might be difficult to hear me. The only thing with bike engines, they're quite noisy. But instantly when you're driving this car, you feel like you're in a sports car. You feel like in something that's going to go fast. It's got the right tyres on it, R888Rs. It's got the right wheels, Pro Race 1.2. It's got the right brakes. Wheelwoods on it, and it's got the right engine, CBR 1000 cloud plant. You drop it down the cob, this thing just winds up. I mean, I'm not even hitting 7,000 or 8,000 RPM, and this thing will wind up to the high dizzy heights of nearly 14,000 RPM. 14,000! That's crazy. When you think a normal car engine is only 7,000 RPM. So they're all about revs. That's all it is. Now, in here we've got a nice display of Savage instruments, which you may be able to see here. All the indicators are on there, lights, all of that. Nice 13-inch long acre mirror for visibility, protected by this CDS roll cage. Nice little aero screen. Designed for the track, this car. It's got anti-roll bars all round. It's going to do everything you want on track. But you can give it for a really spirited Saturday or Sunday weekend drive or a nice summer's evening drive. Perfect for this. Get in, run it out on the A and B roads. Perfect, absolutely perfect for it. So we're going to try and get it up some temperature moment, warming up a little bit before I open up the taps. There's nothing better than seeing a Honda scream. They are bonkers. Right, we're up to temperatures. Let's go through the box. Ready? So that's the experience. It's visceral. It's a little bit noisy, and that's what bike engines do. You know, it's not all about creature comforts with these cars. It's all about the experience, and the experience is what's under there. You feel like you're in a racing car, and if you want to be in a racing car, you get a bike engine. It does this. That's what they're all about. Mad, mad machine. So what I say is a fast car. Fun. Definitely is that. Agile. Definitely is that. This thing will change directions on a twopence. Showstopper. You can stand this thing next to a Lamborghini and they will probably come and look at this. And timeless. The looks on these for the 7S silhouette have been for years and it'll never go out of fashion. It's just amazing to look at. That's why I think a fast car is. It's mad. Look at this pedal. Pedal. Woo! Fast, fun, agile, showstopper and timeless. What a bit of a tool this is. What a bit of a tool. Love it. Love it. If you want to get into this car, phone us. I'll gladly put you in the passenger seat here, take you out for a spin. You will love it. Well, if the CBR doesn't float your boat, you want to get into a car engine, there is a couple of those available on the website as well. So I'm sure Anna will throw up a link for you there and you can jump in and, you know, if car engine is more your thing and you want to get out and do a sunny drive, they're available. Or if you want to get into a kit and build one yourself, you know where we are, hook us up with a phone call and an email. Right, let's get into some of the builds. This is hashtag a Ted's car. As you can see, we had it out of the bay. We've done the Geo on it the other week. Lots of bits under the engine bay. I can't lift off this bonnet because the guys had literally taped it down ready to align for the bonnet catches. Otherwise I'd lift that off and show you a few bits that have been done under there, which is wiring, some plumbing bits, etc. But obviously you can see the bodywork's going on, nose cone, bonnet, scuttle. Front indicator stalks, these are for IVA. I know that not, but they have to be for that 400 distance to comply with IVA. Headlights are going on as well. Front end we know is button up. These are just roller wheels at the moment. It's not going to be the finished article in there, it's just to put it into a roller. Then we're going to get into the interior. The carbon back panel's gone on here. Having a carbon interior back panel and side panels on this one. We've got, Peter's just doing his dashboard actually, and we've got these lovely nifty little switches going in, and very nice feel to them, plug and play. And we've got a little dashboard line up here. This is how it's going to look, basically the design of the dashboard with a switch gear and a DD2 and a steering wheel and etc. as well. So that's what we do. We sort of a little bit bespoke on the dashboard. So rear end gone on, we're into donor wheels, but extra wide arches on this, orange, and then we've got the light pods here. Again, we're just lining those up. So the light pods have all been taped up, measured out, ready to trim and fix all of those panels in to IVA spec. Now, don't forget IVA spec. I know we bang on about it, but if you need to, jump onto the YouTube and there is a video on there about where light positions work for that. You don't want to read the 250-page M1 manual. It's boring. The videos are a bit short and you can have a nice beer or a cup of tea with it. Right, we just had this arrive in the workshop. It's a Westbuild, a Sport 250, running the 2-litre EcoBoost engine, mated to a Mazda MX-5 NC, 5-speed or 6-speed, I think it's 5-speed, isn't it? 5-speed gearbox on these, really tidy car. Thankfully, this customer is very local to us. Had some suspension issues really. Springs on the rear, standard white springs that are run on them. I think they're only about 150, 180 pound springs. We've updated the springs on the back. And now he's going to send it and hopefully gets out some road miles on it and fix his problems. But I've got to say, that's pretty damn tidy. Right, over here at hashtag Brian's Build, as you know, this one started last week, so we was on with the wiring for the engine components, really isolating all the looms, so we know it runs. So Adrian's been setting about fitting the electric water pump, which is down in here, small little Bosch one down in here, plumbing in, and then we put this header tank in temporary because that's going to fit onto the bulkhead. It's going to be an alley one, but this is temporary. And then we're going to run the engine up to temperatures shortly. The front wing stays here, they've been bolted on and bonded on in preparation, all lined up for the wheels. Down the side, the exhaust system has been fully fitted as well now. We're at the stage where we can start filling it up with fluids and everything else, and we do a test run. But the main thing that he's been on with, which wiring unfortunately does take a little bit of time, is when you've got things like this, where you've got to wire up, it's a lot of wires. Everywhere is wires. And this is unfortunately where you're running the Bluetooth system. Obviously it's on a freewheel. And this is also going to be running electronic paddle shift on the freewheel. There's a lot of wiring to do. It's not completely plug and play, that system. It is soldering wires and connections, etc., and joining all of these systems up to make it work and work off of the Bluetooth system. So he's sitting here, he's got his comfy stool ready, and he's going to be patient and set about that. Right, over here at the Mazda left-hand drive turbo car that we're doing the conversion for, well, little bits and bobs have been done, but the main thing was we've been focusing on taking a little bit more time than we'd like, but we're there, which was the down pipe from the turbo link pipe. We've done a mock-up one, I think we showed it last week. This is the final rendition all welded up, and a jig has been made while we're doing it so it can be replicated. I don't know if it got damaged or somebody wants a turbo kit and you've got a left-hand drive Mazda base with a TD04, this will go in there and slot into basically the same hole as the standard exhaust system will, so it'll be just about there. So the jig's been made. We are going to make 2 more and put them on the shelf, so if you're looking for a left-hand drive car and you're doing a turbo conversion, we'll have this link pipe on the shelf and it will fit back to existing link pipe that's made. So that's it, finally done. We can now set about putting that together and starting bolting it all up, because it does, unfortunately, doesn't look like a lot, but it's taken a little bit of time and head scratching and lots of different angles and pie cuts to get this done. So yeah, super happy that it's gonna work, and hopefully, well, not hopefully, it will. This clears for the actuator wastegate here. There's a little bit of recess in here so that they make sure that that does flow and back out. So yeah, super happy with that. Aero screen's been fitted as well. I think that was on last week as well, but that's a final fitment on that, and a few bits. Then we can start focusing on getting this bolted together as a complete kit. Right, well, I hope you enjoyed the little test drive we did on the Shayman, and as I say, don't forget, it's for sale. That's the best thing about this car. It really needs a new owner to go and give it, stretch its legs. It doesn't like sitting here in the garage. It likes to be out on the track or out on the road and letting that 14,000 RPM sing. So yeah, if you want to be the lucky owner, hook us up on a phone call or an email. Right, don't forget about track days. Well, track days that are coming up, we've got Blyton Park. That's coming up in August, I do believe, and I'll throw that up there for you. That's our next event. We'll try and get something squeezed in between that, and hopefully maybe the Cup 200 car also having its shakedown as well at some point, and we'll fill you in with the details of that. Shows, etc., well, they're going to be going ahead. Stoney was a great success, lovely little show, and Newark obviously launches in July. We're looking forward to that, another 2-day event, so don't forget to book that in your calendar. Right, and that's a wrap for this week, guys. If you like what we're doing, press that subscribe button and the like button down there, and guess what? We'll catch you next week.